Good afternoon, everyone. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Just wanted to come on and say a happy Mother's Day. My heart is really full today. My daughter brought my granddaughter. My daughter-in-law brought my 2 grandsons. And my daughter's best friend brought her little baby. So we did an early Mother's Day brunch, and we had a blast. The kids was so much fun. My living room is covered in toys, but it's okay. It was a lot of fun. So if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'd like to welcome my new subscribers. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers recently, and I'm very happy that you came over to my channel and subscribed. I just did a video on my 4th subscriber giveaway, which is a needle keep. You get to choose from 2. And I'll post another video right before I choose a winner, which is going to be May 21st. That's my 1-year anniversary on my channel. I have a project that I want to do a video on this afternoon. It's been a lot of fun. It's something different I haven't done before, and it was relatively inexpensive to do, and I think that you're going to like it, so stay tuned. I just wanted to let everybody know that Jessie from Jessie's Journaling and Unboxing, she was the winner of my 3rd subscriber giveaway. And there were 2 naked journals. A naked journal just means it's a journal that has blank pages with no embellishments or anything in it. You can decorate it yourself. So she did a review of the journal and all of the craft supplies in the paper pack that I had sent along with it. I gave her everything she needed to create a personalized journal for herself, and she did a great job. It was very nice of her to do that for me. And she had recommended my channel to her subscribers, and some people have come on over to my channel, which I'm very happy to have you. Thank you for coming along. I did put her video on my subscriber giveaway playlist, so you can go and you can watch that video if you'd like. So I think that and then I have another video that the woman that won my 2nd subscriber giveaway. She also had a YouTube channel, and she also did a great review on my giveaway prize package. So, and a video is under that as well. So if you're interested, you could take a look and check it out. They both did a great job, and it really made me feel good that somebody recognized my channel and appreciated the work that I do. Thank you. So today I'm gonna be making, they're called needle minders, and this is what they look like. I made these out of Dollar Tree stickers. They're these stickers that kind of look like metal. You know, they come like that. They're just from Crafter's Square, and I've used a couple of different sets of flowers. These ones are finished, and I'll show you those after. I want to show you how I got there. What I did was, the first thing I did was I took some Mod Podge. I make my own Mod Podge, and I had just finished the whole, it took me 2 years to use this whole thing of Mod Podge. Lasts a really long time. I keep it in a mason jar with a plastic bag over it, keeps it fresh, and I painted it onto the back of one of the stickers. And I didn't, it takes away the stickiness, but it kind of made it a little bit soft. So I think the Mod Podge has water and glue, so the water absorbed into the sticker, and that's really not what I wanted. So what I did was I went ahead and I took fingernail polish. I have a whole bin full of fingernail polish that I'm dying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I just can't seem to throw it away. So I know that I have made a pair of earrings where I didn't like the color of the earrings, but I love the earrings. So I took some fingernail polish and I painted it, the beads, and it turned out great and I love them. So I'm like, there's got to be different things that I can do with fingernail polish so I can recycle it and it doesn't end up in the trash. So I painted 2 coats of fingernail polish onto the back of these stickers, and that seemed to work great. I had to let them dry in between, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this one to show you what I did. I'm just going to do one, so you don't have to sit there watching me do a whole bunch of these, but I'm going to put this over here and tilt it so I can get more of the fingernail polish out of it. You gotta kind of tilt it a little bit. So I just went ahead and I just painted the fingernail polish on, and I'll do 2 coats like I did. 2 coats seems to be fine. I don't think you need more than that. And you just go ahead and paint it on there. I mean, this is a fingernail polish that I didn't like it. And like I said, I couldn't get myself to throw it away. But this is a great way to use it up. I'm all about reusing, recycling, repurposing things. Instead of, you know, I mean, there are things, obviously there are craft supplies that I will spend money on, new ones. But if I can take something that's old and repurpose it or reuse it, I'm going to do it. And I do it all the time. One of the grandmothers of the children of one of the little boys that goes to my program, she used to do a lot of crafts, and she used to sell them at, you know, markets, craft fairs, farmers markets, and all that. But she's gotten older, and she doesn't do it anymore, and she's got tons of craft supplies. She brings me craft supplies all the time, and I try to find ways to use what she gave me. First, I try to use it in my program as a craft. And if I can't use it there, I'll try to use it in my craft room. Yeah, so I'll just let this dry. And then probably tomorrow, I'll put another coat on it. And that gives it enough strength. And it firms it up. And it's great. I love it. So what I do is I just cut out a piece of paper that fits on the back. It doesn't have to fit the exact shape. It doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't go over the sides where you can see it. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll show you. I'll do some of these. Get my... Oh, things are falling over. Okay, I'm going to get my art glitter glue. So you just go ahead and... Hold on, I probably need to open up the... I should get my glasses on because I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know about anybody else, but I have to wear my glasses or I can't see. I'm getting older, you know, and that's just part of getting older. All right. I've accepted it. I've got glasses all over my house, everywhere. And I still can't find my glasses. It's crazy. All right, so then I just go ahead. And you don't want to put too much glue. You don't want it seeping out all over the place. So you just put enough on there to keep it And what I'll do with these is I put them inside of a big heavy book. And I just took some, this is just some packaging. And I used my hole punches. I have a 1 inch and a 2 inch. And I ordered a 1.5 inch paper punch. And they sent me a 1 inch. I'm like, I don't need another 1 inch. I need a 1.5 inch. But I decided I'm going to keep it and use it for my program, because I have a bunch of stamps, and the kids love to stamp out colored paper and then glue them down. So I'll just add that to my collection of stamps for work. But I did go ahead and I ordered another one, and hopefully it'll be here soon. But I want to be able to have the paper punches of the sizes that I need. So we'll see if if Amazon fills the right order this time. I mean, it doesn't happen very often. They're actually very good about processing your order. I haven't really had any trouble with them, but. And now I've got tissues next to me. If there's extra glue along the side, just take a tissue and wipe it off. So you just go ahead and you just glue them. This one's a really crazy shape, but who cares? It doesn't matter. It covers the back, and that's all I need. I mean, I could go ahead and just put a round one on there, I suppose. And maybe that's what I'll do. That's too funky for me. But I feel like this one is a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is just going to go around and just start taking a little bit off. I don't need a lot off, just a little. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Nobody's going to be looking at that part anyway. But this was a great craft because it doesn't cost a lot of money. I paid $1.25 for 2 different packs of these stickers. And I said, well, you know, if they don't come out good, I haven't spent very much money. That's the thing. So I'll just try that one there. That should be fine. It doesn't really matter. This one can be for that big one. So this one I cut out in another funky shape. I think it's going to go right like that. That's fine. And I just found this to be a really fun, enjoyable, it's like a little mass making. The reason I even thought about doing this craft is I do hand stitching at my daughter's house. When my granddaughter is sleeping for her nap, my daughter's found a couple of pins that I dropped on the floor, and I felt really bad. And I'm like, so I made one of these and I showed her. I said, look, I won't be dropping any more pins on the ground because I have needle minders. And you can use them for pins, you can use them for needles. I'm going to be using them for both, actually. And that way I won't be dropping pins on the floor because of my little granddaughter. We don't want her to get anything like that. Okay, so you can't see it on the back, and that's the only thing that really matters. Okay, so those are all done. I will put those in a big book and let them dry overnight. So I want to go ahead and show you what I did. Once they were dry and I took them out of the book, they were nice and flat. I went ahead. I had bought these magnets. And let's see, I got them on Amazon. They're small magnets for everyone, it says. I don't even know how to pronounce this. VSKIZ. Vizkiz? I don't know. Magnets. So they came in this little plastic box, and I got a lot of different sizes. There's some really tiny ones in there. I don't know what I would use those little tiny ones for, but I'll find something to use them for. This is the size that I wanted. And now, the thing is when you buy things on Amazon, you really don't know what it is. Some of these things, you don't know what you're getting. I wanted this size and maybe 2 sizes up from that. Not all these little ones, but now that I have these, I can measure it. I am going to order some more, but they're going to be bigger ones than this. But I'm going to use what I have for now. So I went ahead and I glued these on. I used Gorilla Glue. Usually I use E6000, but I must have used up my last tube of it. So this stuff works just as good. It's almost exactly the same. You glue it on there, and don't put too much glue. You don't need a lot, just a dot of glue, and then when you squish it down, it spreads out. And then you let it dry overnight, because these glues, they're not instant glue. You have to let them dry. So I went ahead and I had done a whole batch of these like this, and I put magnets on the back of all of them. And this seems to be the size that works the best. And I just think they're so pretty. And I'll show you how they work in just a minute. What I want to show you is different types of magnets that I used. Dollar Tree sells, I've got 2 packs and they're stuck together. Dollar Tree sells magnet buttons, and there's 2 in each stack. So you get 12 for $1.25. And if this is all you can afford to buy, then just go ahead and buy those, because I want to show you. I went ahead and did the same thing. I painted it with fingernail polish, 2 coats. I put some, just some packaging I glued on, let it dry, put it in a book, so it flattened it out. Then I glued on a magnet and let it dry. So it's a couple of day process to do this. So I just have a piece of material in a little hoop. This is just to show you as an example. You put the magnet on the back and it sticks. And I'll show you. This is your sewing needle. It sticks right on there. Pins, you know, if you're working with pins, they stick right on. So I won't be dropping pins on the floor. Now, these are just cheap magnets, and they work, it's fine. Those are fine to use. But I do prefer, let me just take this off now. And I will use one of those. I do prefer these magnets. So then I went ahead and I made another one, because I had 2 little tiny magnets left from a pack that I had bought. So this one would be good if you were, in fact, sewing on a tiny little embroidery hoop like this. This one would be a good size for that. You just take the magnet, watch what it does. It just finds the other magnet. And even though these are little, it works. I'm actually going to make some more of these small ones. I'm going to have to find a little case to keep some of them in, or something that I can stick them on, and then they can go into my sewing bag. But isn't that cool? I just love this, the whole idea. I mean, this is not a new idea. I am not coming up with something new, except for using the Dollar Tree stickers. I've never seen anybody use Dollar Tree stickers to make these, and I've watched a lot of videos on how to do these before I even attempted this. Yeah, so I love that one. And I want to show you a fail. I would not recommend this at all. So what this is this is magnetic strip that you can buy. I probably bought it at Dollar Tree. I don't even know. It says 3M. No, I probably didn't then. Dollar Tree doesn't sell 3M. So I don't know where I got this from. I've had it in my craft supplies. I cut a piece off. I glued it on. And the little piece, it'll stick like that. But when you go to try to use it as a needle minder, it doesn't even hardly stick at all. So don't waste your time trying to use that kind. I'll take that off and put a good one on there because it's a pretty flower. Why would I waste it? I just wanted to show you the different types of magnets that you can get and that you can use, and which ones I would recommend and which ones I would not recommend. So I would definitely not recommend these at all. These aren't the strongest magnets, but they work. So if you just want to make a few and you don't want to spend a lot of money, just go get some of these magnet buttons and try that. And if you like it and you think you might use some, or you might give them as gifts, or you might want to try to sell them, then go ahead and spend the money and buy the more expensive ones. So I want to show you. I got a lot going on here. I'm just going to push these off to the side. So these are the ones that I put these nice size magnets, and they're very thin. So you put one of those on. And I don't want to waste a big magnet on the back. I have the big magnet on the front. And I have a little smaller one. But watch. It just finds the magnet. It's awesome. And it works great. You don't have to worry about your pins and needles falling all over the place when you're stitching. Look at how many you can get on there. I love it. All right, I'm going to take those off. Got to be careful with the magnets, because once you put something down, the magnet wants to stick to whatever you're doing. So, I love these. I think they're great. I'm going to go ahead and put a little magnet on the back of each one of these. They come in like a little stack. They're hard to get off, but if you press them sideways, they come off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the back. So these are completed ones. I'll do a few more. They're trying to pick up my pins on the table. And you just go ahead and, I just think it's fun. I love it. This one got a little bit wonky. It's not really in the middle, but it's okay. Let's do a few more. I think I only have 2 more ready. Oops. See, they're very strong, these little magnets. Amazing. And those work great on your stitching. And this one here is kind of a funky. Hold on, the pin. I think they're really pretty. So I'll go ahead and that works great. Is that all of them? What's going on here? Oh yeah. So these are, oops, look at, see, these little ones are super strong. All right, I'm going to show you these. Let me take this out. I'm pretty much done with all that messy glue. I mean, I'm going to be gluing a magnet on, but it's not very messy. See how these want to stick together? See? That little one is so strong. Look. It just wants to stick. Oh my God. Stay over there. I'm going to have to keep these separated. So, these are all the ones that I made. I love the variety. I love the flowers. They're pretty. They're different. They look like metal. And, you know, the fingernail polish really does strengthen them. I love them. I think they're adorable. And if I see any other stickers that look like metal from Dollar Tree, I'll definitely grab them. Oops. I think I'm just going to put this little one back on this hoop because it needs a home. Ready? Ah, I love it. That's so cool. I think it's so much fun. Let's see, whatever happened to my... Yeah, I've got a needle here. And I want to show you. I have a really thick needle. And look, it holds the big, thick needles. So it's not just for these skinny stitching needles, you know, for hand stitching. You can use any kind of needles and pins on here. I just love it. So cute. That one looks rusty. I'm going to throw that one away. You know, every once in a while, you got to buy new pins because they get kind of rusty. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. I think these are great. I think they're a lot of fun. And if you know anyone that stitches, you know, that does hand sewing or does any kind of sewing, these are great gifts. Unfortunately, my mom is not with us anymore because I would definitely have given my mom one of these. My daughter did ask if I could make her a pin cushion, which I'm going to be making more pin cushions. I found a bunch more china. And I'm going to go ahead and do another video on how to make those. I love those pin cushions. So I'll go ahead and make her a pin cushion, and I'll include one of these needle minders on her pin cushion. Oh, and I also have another set here that I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to fix that one tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and make some more of them. The little ones, I like them. They're very pretty. I might as well. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it if you could leave me a comment and let me know what you think of these. Is this something you would make? Have you made these before? I just think they're so much fun to make. So I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting.